Welcome everyone. Let me make sure this is working okay. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, so sometimes the tech can go absolutely crazy. If you are watching from wherever you're watching from, go ahead and post in the comments. I love to see people from all over the world get on these lives, and it just lights me up. It's so much fun. It's kind of being able to connect in ways that the last several years have been the years we've been able to connect with people all over the world. And COVID, the pandemic has made it even more something more mainstream. So post in the comments where you are watching from. Love to hear that. And please allow StreamYard to let you have access so that I can see your name. Sometimes, let me see here. Yeah, sometimes it lets us. Hi, Carrie. Chris? How are you doing from Tennessee? Nice to see you here. So glad. Yeah, if you allow StreamYard, just give them permission. It's just giving them permission to allow your name to be shown. So it's kind of one of those things where, it's not giving them permission to everything on your social media, just that one little piece. So make sure that you give them permission, okay? Awesome. All right. So today I wanted to talk about the lie that people can't afford the services in your niche. Okay. So I hear all the time that people don't have the money to buy your program or services. So you feel the need to charge low prices. Now, how many of you feel this way? I know I did when I first started. And it was like there was a mix of like energy blocks in there, mindset, some beliefs about myself and about others that came into place there. And so it's something I want to address today because I'm telling you right now that there are plenty of people out there that can afford your services. I just did a quick research on Google to see this. And at this time, from what it says, we have 3.6 billion people on social media. And there are people out there that have the money for your type of work, right? 3.6 billion. Unless you have some crazy niche that's super low income, or maybe people that don't have jobs and or something like that, most niches are gonna have a range of people within those niches. Okay, so the thing is, you just need to call them in. And this all starts with energy. And I love energy, and I take the aligned strategic action along with it. But it all starts with energy first before you do any action, because you want to make sure that what you're doing counts. Okay. So, why is energy important? So, when you're aligned, you attract your soulmate clients. Okay. You are putting out that vibration of peace, joy, love, connection, authenticity. You just are putting out this beautiful energy that people just are so attracted to. They start moving toward you. When you're doing the opposite, you start stepping out, you're not aligned, you actually can repel your people. So we don't want to we don't want that at all. And a lot of this goes back, a lot of these energy, the reason why we're not aligned is these energy blocks are coming from our ancestors. There's not even from this lifetime. Oftentimes, they're not even things that you created yourself. Okay. Most of the time they're ancestral. They're inherited, right? You're holding them in your DNA, in your cellular memories. They're replaying 24/7. And that iceberg effect, like you have an iceberg, and when you're at the top and you're on a boat and you're floating around, you see the tip, right? And the tip is just showing, it looks like a tiny little baby iceberg. That's how our beliefs are. But underneath that is this huge, giant, massive block of ice, right? And that's what takes ships down. And that's the same thing with your energy blocks, your beliefs, your patterns, your programmings, all those things from your ancestors that are being passed to you. And you can get those that are absorbed from influential people in your life, those from the collective. We felt that during the pandemic, all those things that can affect your energy. It comes from everywhere. All right. So I just wanted to bring that up because it's all with your energy to start with. And I always say that, right? I'm a business coach, but it's all about your energy being aligned with who you are, using your intuition, and really making sure that you're clear that everything is aligned so that you can attract what you want instead of attracting what you don't want. Because in the end, you're always attracting, whether you believe it or not, you're always attracting. So why not make it conscious? Why not make it what you want, right? So the next thing with this, okay, so after your energy's all clear, right? You are feeling good, you're ready to rock and roll, then it's all about your messaging. And so this is really important because who are you talking to? When you oftentimes what happens is we talk to several people that don't have the money or say they don't have the money. Now I'm going to say this right now. I've had people say I don't have the money, and then a week or two later I see they bought somebody's $10,000 course. So generally if women want something, they'll find a way to get it. Okay. And if it's not from you, it's going to be from someone else. So just keep that in mind. And I want to also point out that your soulmate clients you were born with a contract to work with them before you were even born. Both of you have a contract with each other. And so those people that you're being put in front of, it's all about your messaging, all about how you speak to them and being very clear on what you're offering and how you can help them. All right. So your messaging is important. So I want you to think about this. Oftentimes we go off the last 5 people that said no to us because they're broke. So then you assume, oh my gosh, they're broke. So you keep talking to more broke people when you talk to your audience because you believe that's your people. It's not true. All right. So ask yourself, are you talking to broke people? Are you talking their language? Or are you talking in the language of people that actually have money to buy your services? Okay. Who are you talking to? And so a lot of times I'll just be like, I'll go back and look at my content and I'll be like, who am I talking to right now? And I'll realize, and I do this like at least once a year, I realize that that's what happens. Let me make sure this is working okay. Yeah. So I have to go back and refine it and just make sure everything's, looking right and that I am current with who my ideal client is, who my soulmate client is. Okay. So if you see yourself talking to potential leads that have no money to buy, then what's that bringing you? That's what you're going to get. People, you're just going to keep bringing in more people that don't have the money to buy or that you don't believe that they have to buy, right? So, and also this can also be a self-sabotage. So, these sneaky ways that we think we're just being, we're being conscious, we're being aware, they're really actually sneaky ways of keeping yourself small. All right. So many blocks, and as I said earlier, so many blocks are from your ancestors and they can come up around this in really sneaky and profound ways that keep you from being successful. Things like, I remember some of the things that came up for me anytime I thought of like raising my prices or making a program that was more high level. In the beginning, there was little thoughts that came up like, are you being selfish or greedy or money hungry? Or it's all about the money and money is the most important thing. And, that kind of thing. Now, those thoughts are most likely inherited because money is just neutral, okay? It's just a way of exchanging energy. And money's energy like everything else because everything's energy, right? It's just an exchange. So often we tell ourselves we want to make sure, the other thing is often we tell ourselves we want to make sure that we are available to everyone, and as a spiritual entrepreneur, we have these huge hearts, right? We want to help everyone. But that doesn't mean that you can't make great money doing it, guys. Okay. Super important to remember that. You can help your people and still make money. So, for instance, you can have a higher priced offer and still help those you're pulled to help. Okay. So, what does that look like? So, this is like you can do like free content, like master classes, MP3s. Maybe you have a workshop. Maybe you get on and do lives like this. For instance, one of the big ways I give back is doing my free 1K per day masterclass for intuitive business owners, coaches, and healers. Okay. And by the way, that's in 2 weeks. All right. It starts on the 30th. I'm going to post the link in the comments when I get off of here. It's just melissazoske.com/1K per day. But it's huge because it's my way of giving back something for free that helps. So there's tons of people on there and they get so much value. I see so many people create and sell their first high ticket program during this masterclass, selling thousands of dollars worth. All right. It happens. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's free. Right. So I feel great. Like I'm helping the people that might not have been able to do it for free. And that's my way of giving back. So I feel amazing. They feel amazing. They get that lift they need. And the people that I'm meant to work with find me in there. Okay. So if you'd like to join us on the 30th, like I said before, I'll post the link in the comments. Okay. So, and we're going to be running that in the Shining Mentor Successful Entrepreneurs group. So if you aren't already in that group, and I'm streaming live in there right now, but if you aren't in that group, you can go ahead and just ask to join. We love to have you. Okay. So the other reason why you may charge less is because of fear, okay? Fear that there isn't anyone in your niche that has money. That's always a biggie. And like I said in the beginning, I hear that often. Well, I'm working with mothers and they don't have, there's lots of people, mothers that have money. There's lots of single people that have money. There's lots of women that have a lot of money. So we just need to keep that in mind. We cannot get into somebody else's head and label them as that, okay? Because if you do, you're actually putting that on them. And what it's doing is it's repelling them. Okay. And I'm telling you, I've seen those people with that mistake go and sign up with somebody else's program 3 or 4 times more than what you offer. Okay. So the other thing is like maybe you charge less. So you devalue yourself because you have this fear of missing out on sales. You want everybody to be able to buy your stuff. So you mark everything down or you charge way less. Or at worse, you run a very low priced offer and you cut your own worth and value even deeper. Okay. It doesn't feel good. That takes your energy out of alignment. And during the 1K per day masterclass, what I'm going to show you is why people that do that fail. All right. And what you can do to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay. Because I see it happen all the time. And when people head down that road, they start getting burnout. They start getting, overwhelm takes over first, and then they get the burnout. And then all of a sudden they feel like they want to quit. The problem with spiritual entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs of any kind is that they may quit for a month and a half, but that entrepreneur energy is always inside of you, right? So what happens is you start back up again and you repeat the same thing over and over again, that cycle that keeps up. You get all excited, you start promoting, you take a little quick class that you never finish, and then you do the same thing, you get overwhelmed, you get burnout, you quit, step back for a month and a half, and then you get excited again. The cycle goes over and over. You get the picture there, okay? So I want to tell you that even seasoned entrepreneurs can hit this, and it blocks all of us from up leveling if you're in that flow. Okay. So we don't want that, right? It's like a negative flow. It's like, ugh, it's horrible. So I just want you to know that these are usually ancestral blocks that are keeping you in your safe zone. Okay. And they're keeping you safe from getting hurt. All right. They don't want you to reach too far and then get hurt because that's happened somewhere along the line in your lineage. It's somewhere in time, you had something happen that created something really bad. And so it became encoded into your DNA and your cells. And so that's part of your instinctual survival instincts. Okay. So it's part of that part of you that's like, no, 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 don't do that. Don't want to get hurt because this is the wrong way to go. And so we go on that autopilot, even though today has nothing to do with that. So there's one of the biggest things, like think about this fear that you will lose everything or the fear of not having enough. Right? That's a biggie. Lack mentality. So when you think about like the depression era and what our ancestors went through, oh my gosh, even some of the very wealthiest of wealthy people ended up with nothing during that time, right? That energy is still there from your ancestors and it's playing so it can protect you from having it happen to you. So I hope that makes sense. So when we're working on clearing these energy blocks out, it's like, I just want you to feel this. Think about if you could just take that memory or that belief, and you might not even be aware of it, but I promise you it's there. And if you could just like clear it out and it's a clean slate and you have nothing holding you back, nothing. It's just a path forward with beautiful opportunities. How would that feel? That's where we're going during the 1K per day masterclass. And we're going to be clearing some of the most common blocks and then taking the action to create and sell your offers in a beautifully aligned way. All right. One that feels good to you individually because we're all different. So during this class, I'm going to be showing you some of the ways that I teach my people that have created massive success for them. Right. But it's going to be customized to you because we're all unique. Okay. So we'd love to have you join. And I'll add the link, as I said, below in the comments so that we can get you in there. Again, it's in the Shining Mentor Successful Entrepreneur Group. And it's melissazoske.com/1K per day. So the number 1K per day. All right. Hope to see you there. So let's do, getting like froggy in my throat, the energy of your business weekly guidance card drawing. Who's in for this? If you would like to card drawing, we're going to be drawing some at the end here. But let's go ahead and do a card drawing for the collective to see what our guidance is for this week. So go ahead and just shut your eyes if you're not driving and visualize what kind of guidance you want for this week. And I'm going to draw 3 cards. We're going to get you going because that's what this is all about, is getting you going so that you can get your business rolling in a way that feels good to you, your lifestyle that you want to create, or maybe you want to expand the current lifestyle that you have. All right. All right. All right. Let's see what this has. Beautiful. Ooh, okay. This is going to be a challenge for you. This is the Be Seen card, okay? And I love the picture of the poppy because a lot of times people don't stand up and be seen because of the fear. Tall poppy syndrome is the one that grows the tallest, is always the one that gets lopped off. Doesn't sound very inviting, does it? So be seen. So stand out and shine. Let go of fear and judgment and share your gifts. So let's go ahead for this week and have a little bit of a challenge this week. I want you to go and post a video and just be seen. It doesn't have to be real long. All right. You can just get out there and say hi to your audience. Hey, I just wanted to stand out and introduce myself. I'm Melissa Zoske. I'm an intuitive business owner, coach, and healer. I'm actually all of those things, right? And you can just talk about, a little bit about who you work with, who your ideal people are, and who you help. And then that's just letting you be seen by your people. Because again, remember I said that I believe that you have a contract to work with your soulmate clients, right? If you don't stand out and be seen, they'll never be able to work with you because they don't see you. As simple as that, right? So that's the first one. That's for this week. So do take that. That one I would do every day. Okay. The next one is commitment. Okay. So commitment. I want you to be all in. I want you to say that I'm all in. Stop playing with your business. Commit to doing it. If you commit to doing it, you're saying to the universe, I want to make this work. I am going to make this work. And the universe loves action and it loves that kind of beautiful energy. And what it does is it meets you halfway. Okay. So you're going to decide and dedicate yourself to creating your dream business. Okay. So commit. If you want to start by committing with the 1K per day masterclass, that's a great way for you to springboard your way into that next level of your business. Okay. We work with people that haven't been able to hit those consistent 5K months. And then after working with doing my methods, they were bringing in more than 5K, upper level 5K months. Some of them have even reached the 100K and on months. So this is how you start. Commit. So are you committed? And if you aren't, if you have all these certifications and you have all these trainings and you have this why are you doing this, and this passion and this purpose, and you have a calling to do this work, but you aren't committing, usually there's some kind of fear. And that's usually something from your ancestors or some kind of energy block that's stopping you. So this is when you need to really start looking at the emotional breadcrumbs. What do I feel? Where is this rooted from? And look for clearing that out. Okay. We're going to be doing some of that in the 1K per day masterclass. So make sure you get in on that. Again, I'll post the link in the comments below. Okay. The third one is to take imperfect action. Oh, I love this card. Imperfect action. And I'm a huge advocate. The beauty is in the imperfection. Okay. So stop overthinking and let go of the noise. The universe loves action. And like I said before, it's going to meet you halfway. So inspired action is a little bit different. Inspired aligned action is a little bit different than just any old action. Okay. Imperfect action is meaning you are just listening to the guidance. So you're not going to make it perfect. You are going to just stand up with what you have, dial it in a little bit, and then put it out there to the world. That is like true, authentic. If you're waiting for it to be perfect, it might not ever happen, or it takes so long that you lose interest, or maybe so many things can happen. I want you to think about that imperfect action and have it be taken in an aligned, inspired way. Okay. So that you're sending out that energy of, hey, this is what I'm doing. I mean, these lives are a perfect example. I'm not perfect. I'm just putting this out there because I'm trying to make sure that I get it out there to the people that need it so that they can take their inspired action that they need to create the life that they want and the business that they want. And you hear me going, and ah. And if I was worried about that, I would never get on here because that would have to be perfect. And I'm not into the perfect action. Okay. It's why I advocate like not creating a whole program ahead of time, but just creating the outline for it and the parts of it, and then growing it live with your people, because then it's actually more like authentic, it's more juicy, it's actually aligned to your people in a deep, profound way. Whereas you sit back in the dark or wherever in your little corner of your house and create a program ahead of time. I did that. What happens is then people end up never you end up getting crickets. Like you create this whole program, you think everybody's going to love, but you don't have the right intel on it, and then you have crickets. No fun. I'm telling you, that is no fun. So imperfect action. Okay, let me take a quick picture of this. I love this because I always like do multiple things at once. I like to post this stuff on social media later. Let's go ahead and post. If any of you would like a card drawing for this week, go ahead and post. You'd like to say, I want one, and I'll draw a card for you. Facebook is kind of having low reach the last couple weeks. I'm not quite sure why. Chris, would you like a card? I know, right? Yeah, it's let me go ahead and draw a card for Chris. Looks like you want one. And just anybody listening to this replay, if you if you're watching me draw this card for Chris, and then you're feeling like, ooh, I think this one might be for me. That's your intuition saying this is for you. So just know it's for you. And maybe all the cards are for you, or maybe just one. Maybe you're getting a pull with one. So let's go ahead and pull this one for Chris, or for anybody that feels the pull. Okay. So what we have is the clarity card, Chris. Okay. So that means to get clear on what you want, who you want to serve, and what transformations will happen. We talked briefly on that, the call earlier, your messaging. Who are you talking to? Really being clear. And sometimes just sitting down, writing it out. Who are my ideal clients? Who are my soulmate clients? If you've been working for a while, you might have some people that you've worked with and you're like, oh my gosh, they're my favorite. And so when you speak, when you get out there and you talk, or when you get out there and you post, you're going to be, it's just like you're writing a letter to somebody in particular. You're going to be speaking to that person in particular. Okay. Those are the people that you're going to attract, similar people. All right. So just be sure that you really get clear, have that clarity for all of that. So again, get clear on what you want, who you want to serve, and what transformations will happen. Okay. Because when you trade like per session, you're not trading per transformation. And that's really important. And yeah, we're going to go over that. You're in the 1K per day masterclass. I see that you've signed up. So you're going to get a huge amount of this during that time period. Excited to see what you come up with, because we're going to help you stop trading dollar per hour, which basically is trading for mule work, money for mule work. We want you to trade for transformation. Okay. Because people need the transformation more than ever, especially during these times. Okay, Lisa Michaels, you would like a card too. Let me go ahead and draw for you, and then I'll check the other pages. So the 1K per day, you can grab the link as well. Let me go ahead and see if I can post it in here. Maybe it'll post. Hold on a sec. Is that right? Okay, try that. I don't know if it's going to show up for everybody, but okay, Lisa, let's draw from you. You guys can share this link. I would really appreciate it if you share the link, and you can share it to your personal profile. You can share it in your groups, social media, wherever. Just get more people in there, especially if you think they have the kind of energy you want to add to the masterclass, because there are power in numbers. And this is where it's so beautiful with when we do these masterclasses, the energy is incredible. Every time I can't even tell you. It's just absolutely the most powerful feeling, and I love them. They're so fun. Okay, so Lisa. Okay, so this is all about healing yourself. Okay, so this is for you, Lisa. It's take time to do healing work on yourself. I don't know if you use the quantum key method, but you can certainly get that. I think you do have that. It's really helpful if you use it once a day and just really focus on if you do any kind of energy testing, finding out what you need to work on and clearing that out right before you start the process will be helpful to you. But even like just grounding yourself outside, meditating, just taking a journal and writing in it, any of those rituals that you have are super helpful. If you use crystals, use some crystal healing, or just set your intention. EFT tapping is beautiful for clearing out. So it's just really important that you take that time to work on yourself this week, okay? Especially these first couple days after I pulled this card, it's really, really helpful. And so that's where I want to see you putting your energy, all right? All right, any other people would you like a card? Let's see. Oh, we've got Roxanne. Hi, Roxanne. Yes, let me pull a card for you. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, somebody else is noticing the reach hasn't been good on Facebook as well. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It goes up and down. You just kind of go with the flow. You still put the content out there because regardless, the energy that you're putting out, even if you're not getting the physical reach from Facebook, the energy that you have that you put out in these calls is getting to the people. It's getting to your soulmate clients that you want to work with. Chris, you're an EFT practitioner. That was my first energy love. I'm telling you, EFT was my first energy love. It helped me. I still use it so much, especially for situational stress. It just is the best thing, one of the best things I know for balancing the autonomic nervous system. It's beautiful. So helpful. All right. So, Roxanne, let's get you your guidance. We have commitment. Okay, so for you, it's I'm all in and dedicating yourself, creating your dream business. Okay, commitment is so important. And so, what I see a lot of times with people is that they commit and then they change their mind or they switch direction. And as long as you're going with your intuition and that you're actually not staying in that cycle for years and you're actually committed to making whatever path that you got on. I'm not saying that you can't pivot a little bit here and there because I pivot all the time, but committing to actually making it work, committing to creating that business and really staying on that path to its completion is super important. All right. So, yes, you're saying, love you. Thank you. Love it. Fits right in with what I'm doing now. Awesome. Yep. You're a powerhouse, Roxanne. I know that you can do this. And I love your energy. And I think that you have some amazing magic that happens with your people. All right. Let me see if there's anyone else here. Anybody else? Anybody else want a card? Lisa's saying, thank you. I will do your method. Very powerful. Thank you. You are so welcome. I love it. Let me go ahead and check my personal page. Sometimes those don't show up there. Tracy. Yeah, I'm glad I looked over here. Tracy Morden would love a card. And then I'll go into one of the other private groups and look there. Tracy, go ahead and focus on what you want to create. Tracy is a powerful energy source. She has beautiful energy. You've got to connect with her. All right, hold on a second. Focus. Anybody listening to this replay and would like this, let's go ahead. Isn't it crazy? So I get these cards, be seen. I get these cards, the same ones I drew for the week for everybody else, and I'm getting the same ones again. So that tells you how powerful. There's 44 cards in this deck, and I'm pulling many of the same ones. So Tracy, for you, it's be seen, okay? Stand out and shine. Let go of fear and judgment and share your gifts, okay? That is what it's going to take. And that's what the universe, God's source, is calling for you to do this week. Stand out and shine. Stand out and be seen so that your people, your soulmate clients are out there. They're waiting to be seen. They're waiting for you to show yourself. All right. So I want you to be, you love, I know. Isn't that awesome? Yes. Can you do it? Can you promise me you're going to get out there and be seen in some way, whether it's a story, it can be a quick 15-second, whatever that is for you. Just have it be, just get out there and show your beautiful brilliance. Okay. All right. Let me look in here and see if we have anybody here that will. Nope. It doesn't look like anybody's showing there. All right. Looks like I've got everybody. You are all amazing. And I just am honored that you spend the time here with me on these Mondays. And if you have any questions specifically about how to take your business to the next level, maybe you're stuck, maybe you feel like you're having a block in some way, post it in the comments. All right. There's oftentimes I get a hit, I get some download of what it is for you specifically that I might be able to help you with. And I want to be able to do that. That's part of the reason why I'm here. Okay. All right, guys, you have a great rest of the week. I want you to get out there and know that if you are called to do this work, if your heart is calling, you have this passion and you have this really huge feeling of a purpose, there are no accidents, there are no mistakes. You're here and you're meant to do this, and it's not going to go away. So even if you say, I'm just not feeling it, I'm going to just step back, it's going to come back over and over and over again, driving you crazy, because I used to do that. So why not just get an aligned, intuitive action way, a strategy way of doing this right now, here and here, so that you can make this business powerful for your people and for your own lifestyle? Why not do it now? Let's not waste any more time, okay? And again, we're going to be talking about all of this in the 1K per day masterclass for intuitive business owners, coaches, and healers, helping you scale your business, creating that 6+ figure business and beyond. All right? We're going to help you do that. All right, everyone, have a great rest of the week, and we will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.